Do not buy a car until you watch this video. I'm going to save you thousands of dollars, honestly, probably just on one of these tips alone. So welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, baby, I give tons of advice based on my life lessons, learn both the easy and the hard way. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. I'm not doing these videos for my health. I'm doing it to help you guys, and also because YouTube is like my video diary. So now that you've subscribed, okay, let's go. First things first, you need to understand how the car salesman thinks and how he operates. Most people don't know that majority of these dealerships operate on what's called a draw pay plan. So I used to be a salesperson who worked for Toyota. They would give me $1,600 a month or $400 a week. That's not my paycheck. That's to just pay my bills. And then it's up to you to actually make that money back in commission through car sales. So if you did not make that $1,600 back in commissions in total, you were literally dead weight. You were a liability to the dealership. So they were like, no, you need to make your 10 car minimum, okay? Because that's gonna guarantee that you make your drawback and then some. That way we have no liabilities here and everybody is productive. Isn't that crazy? You thought that working at a restaurant was unfair. Like, wow, people really work off tips and they make $2 an hour. Babe, the car salesman, why are you doing this to yourself? Some people are really good salespeople, especially in luxury dealerships. Those relationships make a big difference and the paycheck shows. But like a Toyota dealership, a Honda, a Kia dealership, why are you doing that to yourself with a draw? Why are you stressing yourself out? You're stressing the customer out. You passing on your stress to me. That's why I'll never sell cars again. Anyway, back in my day, we had a 10 car minimum every month. Otherwise, you would get written up and eventually fired. And I was fired because, child, I could only get about 8 cars a month. I'm sorry. I'm the only woman in there. It's very uncomfortable, but I did learn a lot of stuff. So first off, you need to know they want to sell the car more than you want to buy it. Remember that. You hold the power. If somebody would have told me, even if I made only like $200 off a specific car, if somebody would have said, yeah, I got 2 cars, 9 and 10, so you don't get fired, I would be like, yeah, I don't really care what the commission is. Just give them to me. So just keep that in mind. You don't know what number you are for the car salesman for that month. So just assume like, babe, you need me more than I need you. I'm not the one operating off a draw. You're the one operating off a draw. You're the one that needs to pay the dealership back. And if you're not off a draw, you're the one who still needs to make the commission, not me. When I leave, I'm going to take my Uber or the car that I'm trading in, and I'm going to go home and not have to worry about how many cars that I sell today. So just remember that. Okay, number 2, internet price. Always go and look at the cars online first and look at the internet price, and what you want to do, you take a screenshot, because they will try to change that shit up on you. They are snaky. Car dealership people are snaky AF, and they will say, oh, well, you know, hurry up and change that real quick. And they'll change that shit from 26,000 to 32,000 and be like, that's not what the internet say. And now you're going crazy. So you need to walk in with your receipts and say, this is the price I'm finna pay. Let me see the numbers. And then what you'll also notice is there are typically 2 columns. There's like a column over here and a column over there. Oh my God, wait. Remind me to come back to the columns. Let's talk about payment shopping. If you are stupid, don't be stupid. They're going to go and ask you, what do you want your monthly payment to be? Don't answer that question, okay? Because they're going to make sure that your monthly payment is what you told them, regardless of how much the car is. And they're not looking out for you. They're looking out for the dealership. So never, ever answer any questions about, oh, where do you want your payment to be or what's your current payment? Don't do it. Just tell them, hey, I'm looking for the car, this price. Pre-pick your car. Don't walk in there looking stupid, because that's the first thing. If you don't know what you want, the car dealership is going to put you on a car. They're going to make you go, this is what you want. Even if it's not the color, they're going to be like, this is what we got. This is what you want. And somehow you will walk out with an ugly ass blue car because you didn't stand up for yourself and you didn't walk in with clear direction. Okay, so know what you want before you walk in. Understand the price on the internet. Screenshot that hoe. Don't answer any questions about payment shopping, because they're gonna say, oh, you want your payment to be $500 a month, and then when they do the numbers and click it in, that's gonna say $362 a month, and they will add the rest. So your payment is $500 a month, and you will never know. If the car is $35,000, this is what I want to buy it from you for today. Don't worry about my financing. And that's another thing, is if you go with a different financing company, if you go in-house is for people with bad credit and who want a new car or who just want to walk out with anything. Okay. But if you can afford to go to your credit union, USAA, my car is through USAA because, I have USAA, but get your own financing so that these dealerships are not in your pockets. They're not checking your credit. They're not asking about your income. Trust me, they putting together 2 and 2 in the management sales room. And that's another thing. I'll walk right in that hole too. Go ahead and walk in the sales room and talk directly to the manager like you run the place. Babe, you run the building. They don't run in there. You the one with the money. So you could go ahead and walk into the manager office and be like, who's the manager? Yeah, I don't want to do this back and forth thing. What's the best price? You told me this was the internet price. Now he's trying to add stuff to it. You see everything in this column? No, delete that. And they'll say something along the lines of, well, this is how the fair car practices or fair sales practices or fair consumption. They're going to say something like that. Well, if I take this off for you, I have to take it off for everybody. Everybody. And I don't care if you need to leave it there on that line, but on the bottom line, it need to be some numbers missing. And that's how you got to treat them. You do. Now, if you got bad credit, maybe be a little nicer. But if all ducks, you walked in with a USAA check, you walked in with a Navy Federal check, a little DCU check, you in charge now. Look at me. I'm your captain now. Okay, and you got your check, you got your internet price screenshot, you're not answering no goddamn questions, and you're gonna walk out with the car you want. And that's really how you do it. Never, ever, ever be afraid. Because trust me, like I said, they want to sell the car more than you want to buy it. It's a lot of pressure on them. And another secret, running a car dealership is expensive as hell. Okay, so they always need to get rid of some bodies off the lot. They always do. So know exactly how to shop for cars as well. So where can you get the biggest deals? A lot of people think the biggest markup is in used cars. That's not true. The biggest markup is oftentimes in new cars. Okay. So one, you want to go in, if you're looking at new cars, definitely go in and for example, you can go to Kelley Blue Book and see what it's supposed to be worth. You can go and compare some other used models with similar mileage, same year. Do that. Okay. And then bitch, ask for another $3,000 off. They're gonna pat that shit with $4,000. Start with asking for $3,000 off after the rate on the internet. Yeah, now we're really playing ball in there, and they're gonna look at you like you crazy. I know I am crazy. So can you give me the $3,000 off or not? I'm walking out with it right now. And guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna walk their ass into that stupid manager office, and they're gonna be like, she crazy. She want $3,000 off. The manager gonna go, give her $1,500 off. And then you gonna say, that was too fast. I know you can give me at least another $1,000 off. And then they're gonna hate you. They're gonna hate you real bad. And so what you gotta do is you gotta act like you walking out. Cause bitch, I'm walking out. You're playing games and I'm the captain. So I'm walking out. I'm leaving. Okay. Then they're gonna try to call you next week. Now that's only if they're stupid enough to not let you do the deal. Cause by the time you fake walk out, the manager's running after you. You're in the parking lot. He's running after you, babe. Okay. So you got to call the bluff. If they're dumb enough to let you drive off the lot, they're going to call you next week. Now you can really get in their ass and be like, I said I wanted $3,000 off. You still have that body? Well, I'll get it off your hands today. Like, play ball. And even if you don't get that $3,000 off, because that could sound crazy. That could be all the markup that they have in that car. Okay, I'll take the $1,500. You really have to feel it out. It's a negotiation game of like the poker face and feeling out like, okay, if they're acting like it's not that much in the car, maybe it's not. I'll settle for $1,500 off. But you can tell based on how long they take to negotiate, their body language, like pay attention. Last but not least, I think that human psychology plays a big role when it comes to sales, but also when it comes to finesse. So they're going to try to finesse you because you're the person with the money, obviously. So they're going to be nice. They're going to offer you, would you like water, coffee, sit right here, have a seat. They'll be nice at the beginning. No, you need to be more, as if this was like a nice contest or like a who's in power contest. You need to be more unbothered, more nice and more unbothered than them. And that puts them on edge. Like, oh, it must be somebody rich. That's really what they think. You know, when people are hella nice, they walk into the dealership, they're more unbothered, they're strolling around, good body language, walking around like this, like they own the place. Trust me, they're gonna be your little bitch. Okay? So that's my tips when it comes to buying a car. You can do it. Don't forget, know what you want, internet price, don't payment shop, okay? Walk in with your own check. And whatever else I said as number 1. If you guys love this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. It's not that hard. Likes are free. You don't have to pay. And you also don't have to pay to subscribe. I don't know why you're not subscribed, but... And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.